Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with Jeff Grant, SBR contributor, and today we're going to be looking at the college football game between Illinois Fighting Illini and Nebraska Cornhuskers. How you doing this morning, Jeff?
Doing fantastic, Dax. Very excited to talk about this Big Ten Conference matchup with the Fighting Illini taking on the Cornhuskers at night at Memorial Stadium.
All right, let's start talking about the Fighting Illini right away. Now, I have to actually point out that Illinois has dropped 17 of their last 18 games against ranked opponents. Now, in your opinion, Jeff, do you think that the Fighting Illini could actually be able to keep things close against the Cornhuskers this Saturday night?
The Fighting Illini are an improved team this year, and a lot of that is the fact that now they are under the direction of Tim Beckman for the third year. So there's always that bump of improvement if the head coach is doing his job, and Beckman is doing his job, and he was able to land transfer quarterback Wes Lunt, which we're going to talk about later in the video. So I do think that Illinois will stay close to Nebraska, but really it all depends in the first quarter because Beckman in his press conference this week has mentioned that the Fighting Illini have really struggled in keeping opponents at bay in the opening minutes of each game this season.
Man, I was actually looking over the Cornhuskers trends, and I saw that they have won 40 of their last 45 night games at Memorial Stadium, with 30 of those actually coming by 13 points or more. Now, knowing this, my man, do you think that there wouldn't be a reason why the actual gamblers shouldn't actually lay the points in this matchup?
They're laying the points here, Dax, and a lot of that's the fact that last week Nebraska played a night game at this stadium against Miami and covered the number. So the sports betting public saw that game on TV and is going right back to the well here and backing Nebraska. But those the spread here is more than those 13 points, so that's significant. So I think that gives a bit of value for the Fighting Illini. And also, just to mention some other statistics for Nebraska, they're 47-5 straight up in their last 52 homecoming games. This is homecoming in Lincoln, and the Cornhuskers have won 36 of their last 39 conference openers.
All right, now, as you mentioned, we're going to talk about this kid, Wes Lunt, the quarterback for Illinois. Now, from what I've seen from this guy, he's been playing at a pretty high level so far in the 4 games this season. Now, my question here has to be, how is he able to actually adjust so quickly to the team after being transferred from Oklahoma State?
Yeah, it's been very impressive, Dax, and I think that's the reason why that people should find Illinois attractive if you're looking to play a road underdog on Saturday. Wes Lunt has completed 28 of 34 passes for 388 yards and 5 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. So that always leaves Nebraska with that backdoor cover against them, because I'm going to mention that the Cornhuskers have their biggest game of the season coming up next against Michigan State. So I mentioned Nebraska should have the advantage early in this game, but when you're laying almost 3 touchdowns, that leaves you open to the backdoor cover. And Lunt had experience running Beckman's offense. He was the scout team quarterback as he sat out last year after transferring from Oklahoma State.
All right, man. So who would you recommend to actually go on this game?
This is a very difficult game in terms of the side wager. I'm really going to leave that alone at this point in time. But I do think I found an edge once the total is established in the market, because I think this one's going to go over the total. And a lot of it's due to the fact that these two teams met last year, went under the total of 64, 58 combined points. But a lot of those key contributors from last year's game with these two teams combining for 893 yards return, really the key one being running back Amir Abdullah, the Heisman Trophy candidate for Nebraska. He's coming off an amazing performance against Miami, and he should find plenty of running room against Illinois like he had a year ago. So I'm going to go over the total.
All right, good stuff, my man. Thank you once again for all the valuable insights, and we'll talk some more football tomorrow.
Thank you.
And for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.